Have you ever looked at your hand and it suddenly felt too far away? Or watched your room stretch and shrink like a dream you couldn't wake from? What if I told you there's a condition that makes reality feel exactly like that, distorted, unreal, and terrifyingly magical? This isn't a fairy tale, it's real, and it's called Alice in Wonderland Syndrome. Alice in Wonderland Syndrome, also known as AIWS, is a rare neurological condition. The name comes from Lewis Carroll's famous novel. Remember how Alice grows big and small? How her surroundings morph unpredictably? That's not just fantasy. For some people, it's daily life. AIWS distorts your sense of time, space, and body image. Objects appear larger or smaller than they are. Your limbs might feel wrong, too long, too short, detached. Sounds become louder or vanish completely. Time can slow down or collapse into seconds. In short, your brain becomes an unreliable narrator of reality. Let me tell you a story about a girl named Emma. She was 15, healthy, active, a straight A student. But one night, while studying for her exams, she looked at her bedroom clock, and it melted before her eyes. Not literally, but to her it stretched like wax. The ticking slowed. The room spun slowly, as if underwater. Her hands looked enormous. Her voice echoed in her own ears. Then, blackness. Emma woke up minutes later on the floor. No seizures, no drugs, no head injury, but the experience repeated, over and over. Each time, her world twisted into a surreal nightmare. Doctors ran tests, nothing. But a neurologist finally gave it a name: Alice in Wonderland Syndrome. So what causes AIWS? The answer is complicated. Most researchers believe it's linked to abnormal electrical activity in the brain, especially in the parietal and occipital lobes. That's where your brain interprets visual and spatial information. AIWS can be triggered by migraines, epilepsy, infections like Epstein-Barr virus, or even stress and sleep deprivation. It's also been reported in people with head trauma or in rare cases of brain tumors. But the truth is, science still doesn't fully understand it. There's no definitive test, no cure, just episodes. Strange, terrifying episodes. Imagine waking up, and your bedroom feels the size of a cathedral. Your cat walks across the floor, but its paws are like bowling balls. The ceiling pulses like it's breathing. You try to speak, but your voice sounds far away, as if coming through a tunnel. Your arms feel like they belong to someone else. You close your eyes, but it doesn't go away. You open them, and everything is still wrong. Then, just like that, it fades, and the world returns to normal. No one else sees it, no one else hears it, but to you, it was real. Now imagine explaining this to someone. I see the walls breathing. My arms don't feel like mine. Time isn't moving right. Would they believe you? Many sufferers don't speak up, fearing they'll be labeled as delusional or schizophrenic. But AIWS is not psychosis. The person knows the experience is a hallucination. That insight, that self-awareness, is what separates it. Still, it doesn't make it any less frightening. Anyone can experience an AIWS episode, children, adults, even you, but it's most common in children and adolescents. Some experience only one episode, others, decades of distortions. There are no confirmed genetic links, no sure way to prevent it. But if you ever feel like your surroundings don't match reality and your body feels unfamiliar, you might be seeing the world through the same lens as Alice. Reality is something we take for granted. We believe what we see, trust what we feel. But what if that trust breaks? What if your eyes lie to you and your brain whispers its own version of the truth? Alice fell down the rabbit hole and entered a world of the surreal. But for those with Alice in Wonderland Syndrome, the rabbit hole might be just a blink away.